There you have those live visuals coming from Diepsloot. It looks like the Minister of Police, Bheki Cele there, and the Premier of Gauteng, that's David Makhura, he just removed his mask, and Fannie Masemola, the new police commissioner, are getting ready to address the community residents outside the police station. They've been protesting there, wanting action from the police to protect them. Let's take you live there now as David Makhura is about to address the community through that loud hailer.
I don't want to. The minister is here to come and report to you. So the minister is here. Minister Bheki is here. He's going to give a report to you about what is it that he has instructed the police to do with immediate effect. So minister lebatla umamela minister kere o tlo le bolela hore o ilo diregang go tswa gona bjale e seng ka usane gona bjalo a kere Minister Bheki Minister Bheki over to you, Minister Bheki
sanibona futhi eDiepsloot ngeke ngimuze ukuthi njani ngoba ngiyanibona niyavutha phe simbalwa izinto engizozikhuluma namhlanje masihamba la masihamba la ngeke nihambe nami ngoba lamabharethi eniwabona la wahambi namhlanje alala la okokuqala lokho lamabharethi eniwabona la ayasala sowashiya sowangeza namhlanje azolala la mabharethi kube yiwona asebenzayo emva kwalokho sizongeza i-POP, i-Public Order Policing, abeza bazosebenza la abangezusuka size sibuye sikhulume ukuthi izinto sezilungile kule ndawo kusuka namhlanje ebusuku nikhale ngokuthi kushoda imoto zu-8 la station kahle zu-6 imoto esilethayo kusuka namhlanje uNational Commissioner wenu omusha uzoletha imoto ezu-10 kusuka namhlanje bese kuthi province isilethele ezu-6 okusho ukuthi kuzophela u-24 hours sekunemoto ezu-16 ezintsha la kule police station. Okwesithathu kunabantu abashonile la amacala abo angaphenywanga ngendlela eyiyo kusuka ngo-October, November, December last year kwashona abantu abawu-11 la bawu-4 kuphela abantu ababoshiwe. Ngakho-ke sizoletha ithimba labaseshi aba-detectives abazosebenza ukuphenya la macala la eDiepsloot kuphela esizobaletha ney'moto ey'ntathu a-dedicated detectives team ukuthi babe la. Izinto-ke lezo esizenzeka njengoba sila imoto ziyafika namhlanje amaphoyisa more than 30 u-TRT uyafika namhlanje more than 20 u-POP uyafika namhlanje umasipala uyafika bese siletha kusasa ama-detectives bese siyabuya sizokhuluma sibuya namhlanje lwesithathu ngolwesihlanu sikhuluma nama-leaders enu sikhulume ngo-reception u-reception ngoba kuthiwa ikhona lehleli khona iy'gebengu ey'ningi lezo y'gebengu ukuthi labo abangekho emthethweni bakhishwa kanjani bodwa. Asizukhuluma ngabo kuphela, sizokhuluma nangalabo ababagcinile, ababafakile, ababarentisayo ukuthi bayirentisa kanjani bona igebengu. So into ke sobuya ke soyikhuluma nomphakathi ke leyo, bese sisebenza lapho ukuya phambili. Upremium khona sikhulume ngezinye izinto, i-leadership yenu, into efana nemigwaqo, into efana nokukhanya, into eyifana ney'tolo engenawo amathuba. Masibuya ke Friday sizobuya nominister umntwalethi okuyena odila ne-issue yama-immigration. Sizozama ukuthola uminister wa-small business ukuthi azokwazi ukukhuluma nani ukuthi niwathola kanjani amathuba lawa ethiwa avinjelwe abantu abangafanele ukuthi benze lawo mathuba. Sikwazi ukuthi sizosebenzisana, size nabo bonke abantu be-SARS, size nabantu be-Home Affairs. Umuntu ongenazo impepha zokuba sekhaya lapha angabe sekhaya lapha. So izinto ke lezo esicelayo ukuthi siyekenike namhlanje senze lezi zinto eziwu-4 esiyibalayo, bese siyaqhubeka ukusebenzisana nomphakathi siya phambili. Sicela kanjalo ke lezi zinto zenzeka njengoba sisuka la sehla la. Siyabonga.
Those are the promises from the police minister, Bheki, Cele, in terms of what's going to happen going forward. Let's listen in once more.
I-leadership ukuthi bacela siyobona le ekuwele khona labantu ababulewe igebengu, sizokwazi ukudlula lapho siyobona lapho, bese sibona nale ndawo ekuthiwa reception, kwenzeka ukuthi sazi ukuthi masibuya sizochikaphi. Siyabonga. Sithethelane-ke sihambe siyabereka mo.
Minister Bheki Cele saying that they're working here, as he says that they're now going to move into the homes that these murders happened. But we heard the response there from the police minister, accompanied by the Premier of Gauteng, David Makura, as well as the incoming police commissioner, Fannie Masemola. The promises are the reinforcements from tonight from the tactical response team in terms of them sleeping here. They say that they'll have an additional more than 30 members of the TRT, as well as the public policing POP unit. That's more than 20 of those members being added here. Of course, the other issue that was raised by the community here was the lack of policing. We're just going to go now. We're told to go in for a one-on-one interview with the minister, Bheki Cele. But of course, those
we seem to have lost that audio connection there. We're just waiting a little bit longer than necessary just to see if Aviu Mtila will reconnect with us. What we understood he was saying there at the end, looks like the media that's present there, including us, ENCA, are being asked to go inside where there's likely to be a media briefing, a direct media briefing by the police minister, Bheki Cele, accompanied by the Premier of Gauteng, David Makura, as well as, from what we could see there at the back of that vehicle, Fannie Masemola, the new police commissioner. We understand from what Bheki Cele was saying, they're promising a number of actions. They are all around deploying more personnel on the ground in the various formations of the police to try and deal with the issue of crime in Diepsloot that the local community has been up in arms about. Literally, they've been protesting since yesterday, blockading roads, and since this morning they have been marching through the streets of Diepsloot and also outside the police station. There you got those live visuals there of the police minister with the media, and you've got him speaking with the media. Let's listen.
So the commitments that you've made, and
But I've made the commitments everybody had. I can just go for questions.
All right, let's go ahead.
Okay, Minister, thank you so much for your time. I want us to talk about, the burning issues in this community. We've been seeing these protests over and over again. The community members themselves are saying that you've been here a number of times, but it seems just after you leave, things go back to normal.
Well, they have accused me to be here once, so I don't know where you get that one. They have accused me to be here once, of which we did come. We did fix things that they suggested at that time, bringing the TRT extra police, of which we did. What I will concede here, we did not manage and sustain that project that we have started. It is on the score that what we have announced here today, we're coming back Friday here to have a program going forward. How do we sustain things that we have agreed, things that we have put here. Tonight, as we've said, National Commission is here, is bringing extra special units of TRT. We're bringing POP to be here, people from Metro. We're bringing a special detective team to come and deal with the outstanding and cold cases. We're bringing 16 more cars in the next 24 hours. But for those things to work, we'll have to work together with the community here. Hence, we're here Friday to make sure that we create that program going forward.
Minister, how long are these reinforcements going to be in place for? And the other issue that's been raised here is just the rot inside this particular police station. They want an overhaul of the entire police station, saying that it's corrupt to the core. How are you going to address that? As much as you bring in these reinforcements, the issue seems to be rooted within the Diepsloot police station.
How long it's going to be is what we'll have to discuss with the community. That we will permanently assess together with the structures here. So when we agree and when the time comes where we agree that things have stabilized and everybody agrees, if they say permanently so, that will be an issue going forward. The question you raised, they did raise it, but they say there are good police here. They want those police to be reinforced and protected, and there are bad police here, real rotten. They use the same term that you are using, and that's why the National Commissioner is here, the Acting Provincial Commissioner is here. If communities raise issues and put those issues in the table, as a management and the ministry, we'll have to act on those matters, but we'll have to go deep on it, investigate, and work with the community, give us the real, actual facts on the matters, and we act. And if we do find that it is so, definitely we will act.
Let me take a bottom question. Go ahead.
Minister, community members are claiming that oftentimes it's foreign nationals who are committing the crimes in the area, and even when they report the matter to the police, people get arrested and then the day after they're released. I mean, you did speak about Home Affairs or coming to the ground on Friday, but how do you intend to deal with this, I guess, as different departments on illegal foreign nationals, their arrests, and I guess making sure that there's justice, not just for those who are arrested, but the community as well?
Well, that's why the community will be involved. It's quite a big contingent of the leaders here, far beyond the councillors. Councillors are 4. There were almost more than 20 people that were there, different organizations, and they made a very good point to say they are not representing political organizations here. They are representing community. That's how we accept, that's how we look at them, that's how we're going to work with them. But the question you are asking will move from that meeting, because clearly we'll have to bring other stakeholders from the government. As I've said, that the Home Affairs will have to be here. We're thinking people like small business will have to be here. But also prosecution, because some of those people are not just let go by the police. There are quite a big number of people that are on bail and all that. So it will help, that kind of meeting, when we work on the medium and the long term. And this question we are asking, there will be more clarified from the meeting that will be taking place only 40 48 hours from now.
Colleagues, let's just take the last two questions.
Can I quickly ask?
There's a process here. Linda, go ahead, please.
Okay. Minister, with the rooting out of undocumented migrants, how are you going to make sure that, in fact, we don't see anti-xenophobic sentiments growing? Because we know Diepsloot, there's a history here of xenophobic attacks. How are you guarding against that? And doing so, within the confines of the law for the people of this community?
Exactly so, that everything we do must be done within the lane of the law. Maybe hence one will be bringing the experts on that one. We are not the experts on the immigration and all. We are experts in dealing with criminals. Whether they are foreign nationals, whether they are South Africans, once they are criminals, we'll deal with them. For instance, one thing that was raised by the community here is that there is a place here called Section 1, which they feel illegal immigrants live there. But they also raise the issue that those people are renting. We want to know who are the landlords? Who are the landlords that give that accommodation to the people that are not supposed to be here? We need to see them. They need to be put on the table so that we deal with the whole system of having those illegal people, and then they cause the crime, as they say. But criminals are criminals, foreign or national. So that's, but fully agree with you that the laws, the human rights and everything will still have to be observed and be respected. Hence we're bringing people that will help us in dealing with those matters, because police are not there to deal with immigration. There is a special department that deals with it.
All right, the last two questions. Minister, then.
Yes, Minister, could you just take us through the numbers in terms of in recent months, how many deaths have occurred or murders have occurred and how many arrests?
Well, for the weekend, it's between 5 and 7 people. That's what has prompted this situation. But the last quarter, which is from October until December, 11 people were killed and only 4 are arrested. So we do feel that the community has a case when they say there is no response to get the people that matter people here. It is on that score that National Commissioner is sending in the next 24 hours a dedicated detective team with the resources so that they concentrate. We believe that if we arrest the murderers, so the matter will go down.
All right. The last question from ENC.
Thank you. Minister, this seems to be a broad issue, not only rooted in Diepsloot, in terms of even the corruption within the police force and even this issue of a lot of crime being committed by foreign nationals. I don't know if the new commissioner can even give us plans on how he's going to tackle this issue.
Thanks. Well, we heard what the community are crying about, and we say we are here. We are going to make those resources available. We heard that there were over 50 cars, and now they have dwindled up to 6 or so. And as the minister said, we are putting extra vehicles in this area with effective from tonight, special forces, including POP. And we say we are not going to put them for a week. We will come to the community and talk and agree. They will be in this area until, again, we agree with the community as to when we will be withdrawing them. But with regard to issue of immigrants, I think the minister dealt with it. We'll have Home Affairs to come and take those that are not supposed to be within this community. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, General. Thank you so much, colleagues. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, the police delegation there led by the Minister of the Police, Bheki, Cele, flanked by the incoming Police Commissioner, Fannie, Masemola, just giving sentiments on what's going to happen going forward. We heard those engagements, in fact, with the community just moments ago in terms of the plans that are on the ground. We're hearing that the TRT, the Tactical Response Team, will be sleeping here. 30 more members of the TRT will be added to to Diepsloot to just garner more reinforcements, as well as the public policing POP unit. 20 more members will be added. Yeah, we heard there was a mere 6 police vehicles for this Diepsloot police station, hence the rampant crime that we've been seeing here. But we are told that the incoming police commissioner will add 10 more vans to this police station, as well as 6 other provincially. That adds a total of 16 vehicles that will be added in to reinforce the crime prevention of the Diepsloot police station. We'll be catching up, of course, with the residents to find out how they feel on these sentiments that have been shared here. But we hear also Friday there will be another meeting that will be happening here, where Home Affairs Minister is also expected there, alongside the team from SARS, looking into the issue of the undocumented foreign nationals and how they are the accused of being at the center of the crime that we've been seeing time and again here. But of course, the Small Business Minister also said to be coming here for just to talk to the community members on how they'll create those business opportunities. So a lot of promises that have been made here, and of course some of those teams expected today already in terms of the reinforcements. But we heard the cry from the residents saying that we've had these similar meetings with the Minister Bheki back in 2020 already, and of course those TRT teams was put in place as well, but it was how long they stayed on the ground that was a concern, because we heard they only stayed for about 30 or so days. But that issue and those questions that were quite pointed to the Minister, suggesting that it was one of those issues that will be dealt with. I'm going to try now get reaction with some of the community members in terms of what's been said and how they actually feel about this as we move along with my colleague here, just to try and garner what they're saying. Nomkulu, you heard the Minister speak there, and promises are made. TRT is coming in.
No, asayis. Imisebenzi wethu ukusikhipha abantu ngaphandle asiyimi kusebenza sibhizi la until bahamba labantu asiyimi asistopini.
What's the way for when you say aniyimi
izothola Friday minister siri busy thina grounding.
So are you saying that the protests and the what we've been seeing on the ground is going to continue?
Yeah, are you stopping? Are you stopping?
Are you not convinced by the promises that have been made? They're saying that they're going to bring in TRT as early as today.
No, man is going. No, it's promised us man is going. So west. Yeah. China's phone will be grounding until Friday. Azala.
Okay, it seems like the community members aren't quite satisfied. They're saying that while the minister has made these promises and seemingly going this very moment, they be on the ground up until Friday when that meeting will continue. Let me catch up with the councillor who was inside here. Arthur Mabuke, just to get your sentiments as well. You've heard the minister and the promises that have been made. Are you happy?
Bit satisfied because the minister have promised more deployment of subs officers and the TRT to stay long here, and also the deployment of 16 police vans. It's a little bit satisfactory, but our issue still remains. Just because it's not for the first time the minister arrived here, it's for the second time now because of the same problem. We still have a strong view that we need to go out and do door to door. Now the minister is leaving this area to the place where people got shot and killed at extension number 1. We will have to come around as the leadership and accompany the minister now to that area. But also, we have emphasized inside the meeting that we don't want Operation Dudula here. And we don't want, we are able to do it on our own. But we are getting surprised. Ntlantla looks is here, around the corners addressing the people. Who called him here and whatsoever. We are capable of doing these things on our own.
Okay, but the sentiment seems to be from the people and the community that these protests that we've been seeing will continue up until Friday. What's your sentiments as the councillor here?
We were hoping that when the minister is here, immediately after he addressed the community members, we will go out and do door to door. But but it seems like the program of the minister is not like that. But we are still maintaining our position. Our position is that from here, with the minister, we need to go house to house and remove these illegal people and bring them here, so that they must be able to go back where they come from.
Tanzalax is here. I don't know what you want to say to Tanzalax.
Commander, morning. Commander, the forces are here to support the leadership on the ground.
But it seems like the leadership do not want you here.
Do not want to?
What Operation Dudula, as you were suggesting?
No. I was addressing the people there. I am not here as ANC. I'm not here as EFF. I'm not here as Operation Dudula. I am here as a South African because we've got a serious concern of South Africans. If South Africans in Diepsloot must be gunned down or must be arrested, all South Africans must be arrested.
What would you say then to Tanzalax, given that you just said that you don't want Operation Dudula here, and you know?
Operation Dudula is not here. We are saying the community of Diepsloot is able to do the process by themselves. 100%. We are able to go out and search these people and move them out of their shacks by our own, without Operation Dudula assisting us.
Okay, so what happens then going forward?
No, it's important. Operation Dudula is not here in Diepsloot. The people of Diepsloot are here. Don't forget, Diepsloot and Soweto and Alexandra are townships of our people. I've got my own aunts that live here. So we can't just demarcate ourselves and say such things. But the leadership, when it speaks, you must listen and respect it. We are not here to operate. We are here to support and take command from our leadership. If our leadership says stand, we stand. There's no problem. The media mustn't try to divide us in that way. I understand protocol and I understand what's going on the ground. We are ground specialists, and that's why we are here. They are ground specialists. When we come together, our people can be better defended. But until then, we are in taking command from all leadership that's on the ground, and he's the man right now. Commander's morning.
Okay, we've spoken to the command. We've heard the promises from the minister, but it seems like the community still want to continue up until the minister comes back on Friday with that delegation. Your sentiments around these protests continuing?
The media mustn't pretend. The media mustn't pretend like black communities don't have leadership. It mustn't be that the community is saying. Our leadership is not taking their opinion. They are talking the opinions of our people. So when they stand here and speak, they don't speak for themselves. They're speaking for everyone in this community. So when they say Rainyova, we must Google what that means. When they say that we're listening, we are listening. The command is clear. We are high disciplined. We've got serious high morale, and we'll take command from the leadership, and that's all. There's nothing else to it.
Okay, and where to from here quickly? Okay, it seems like the leadership flanked by Tanzalax is now moving on, as we heard that the minister from this point on is then going to go visit these families that have faced the brunt of these murders that have happened over the weekend, and then the commitment is to come back on Friday while those reinforcements will be put here on the ground in terms of the way forward.
Aviu Mdila there on the ground at the end of that visit at the police station and the talks involving the police minister Bheki, Cele, the Premier of Gauteng David Makhura, and the new National Police Commissioner, that's Fannie Masemola. And also now we've seen some of the commentary coming from the ground from the local ANC councillor there speaking to Aviu Mdila, saying they will continue, and the members of the community as well, being joined as well by the leader of Operation Dudula, Lax Mutlaudi, who says that he's not there today as Operation Dudula, but he's there to lend his support to what the community of Diepsloot are doing. As a South African, you heard him yourself saying that a little bit earlier. But the community is still there outside the police station. They've heard the minister making those promises to increase the presence of the tactical rapid unit of the police there from tonight, giving Diepsloot police station more police vehicles, plus increasing the presence of public order policing, among other measures which are starting today, and saying he'll be back on Friday for more engagements and a discussion of the way forward and for how long the extra personnel will be on the ground and what other measures will be needed. So the people of Diepsloot saying they are not also happy with what they regard as a useless and corrupt police station in Diepsloot. They want major changes there. the police commissioner promising that there will be some changes. So those are still the live visuals. We're staying with them here on ENC. I don't know if Aviwe Mtila can hear me. We had an audio problem a little bit earlier, but as he was reporting, Aviwe, I understand you can hear me. It looks like the community is now beginning to disperse, though the community leaders are saying that they will continue with their action of getting rid of undocumented foreigners as well, whom they identify as part of the problem in Diepsloot, and they will continue until Friday. Are you there, Aviwe? We're seemingly having an audio problem with Aviwe, but we're staying with those live visuals as we see a group of Diepsloot residents still gathered on the street there where the police station is after they've been addressed. By the way, if you've just joined us, the Minister Bheki Cele and the official delegation have left the police station after addressing the residents there. They've gone to the area where there were killings last weekend, up to 7 people being killed. They've gone to inspect that area. Another promise made by the Minister of Police that when they come back on Friday, they will bring along with them the Minister of Home Affairs, that's Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, to deal with the issue of undocumented foreigners. So it's an immigration issue. They are hoping he'll be joining them to come and engage with the leadership, the community leaders of Diepsloot on Friday, to address more of their issues, especially around the matter of undocumented foreigners. Okay, we'll leave those live visuals there for now. Aviwe Mtila still on the ground.